And let me go here. Okay, let's try. Let's see if that's working out. Oops, hang on a second. That's the wrong thing. Let's see if I got my new broadcast going here. I'm trying here, folks. Technical difficulties. That's was live. How about is live? Hang on. There we are. All right. Now I hear I'm working. Okay. I found the setting that was wrong. Sorry about that, folks. Let's get started again here. Let's get started. I am sorry about that problem with the audio. Let me reread you tonight's quote because it was really good. I liked tonight's quote. I liked it a lot. Our opening quote tonight is, have the courage to accept that you're not perfect. Hey, I'm not. I'm not. And I'm talking to you. You're not either. And this audio wasn't perfect the first time. Have the courage to accept that you're not perfect. Nothing is, and no one is, and that is okay. That is a quote from Katie Couric, everybody. That is a quote from Katie. It is great to have you here tonight. Sorry I am late tonight. I am, oops, let me flip that to this screen. The joys of technology tonight. We're trying some new tech here tonight, and I am getting used to it. It is working. It is working now. So, hey, Michelle, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I am playing with some new tech here tonight, so bear with me on my, as I work through it. But it is great to be here with you. I hope all is well with you, whether you're in the valley or wherever you are, Michelle. Maybe you're in the car tonight just listening to me. Maybe you're on the shuttle to the moon. Maybe you're doing your space shot. And that's really, I mean, it's coincidental that tonight is the moonshot, our first trip around the moon in decades, forever. I won't quote the exact days because I don't really remember. But it's been a long time. Seems like Tom Hanks went around the moon a while ago, but, you know, it has been a while. Okay, since we have gone to the moon. And so this is a really cool mission from NASA that they're doing tonight that launched just a little while ago. And, but that, I'm talking about your own moonshot. And what I'm talking about is we just finished the first quarter. And so we need to reflect. Because your next 90 days, our first 90 days, gone. Your next 90 days starts right now. Right now. Not later, right now. Okay? Quarter one is done. Did you hit your milestones? Are you on track for your annual goal? Do you even know what your annual goal is? You know, so often we start these things in January, and we talked a lot about goals in January, and then we're like, yeah, January 10th happens, and we forget about them. But, you know, this is a time of reflection, and I've been talking to a lot of stores this week who are really doing amazing things, hitting their things. Like I had one store who had a god-awful February. God-awful. Weather, sales, everything was god-awful. But January and March, woo-woo, they were rocket launches. And it is propelling them to goals they never thought they could reach. And that's really part of it, because part of this is, I don't like focusing overly on a month. I don't like overly focusing on a week. I hate focusing on a day. I hate it. Oh, my best day ever. I hate that. I hate talking about my best day ever. Okay, I do like, ooh, that was too much. Working on the quarter. When I talk about the quarter, when you work on the quarter, amazing things happen, okay? Because that's enough time. It gets rid of the noise. It gets rid of all the noise. Many stores start January strong and January ends. When you start the first quarter, you're motivated, you're energized, you're like, the heck with last year. So often, quarter two starts and you're drifting, you're busy, but not focused, wearing busy as a badge of honor. We get to quarter three later in the year and you're catching up, but you're stressed out. And, you get all the way to quarter four and the fourth quarter, and you're hoping for a holiday miracle. Okay, like the Yukon Huskies did the other day, but that's a basketball metaphor, so I'm going to skip over that. Annual goals alone don't work. Annual goals are too far away. They are too distant. 12 months is too far to stay urgent, to kick you in the butt behind and get you moving. No milestones means no feedback loop. You don't get any of the good vibes. And when you drift, you don't notice until it's too late. You end up reacting to the business instead of leading it. So what I'm trying to get you to do by having this topic tonight, and I'm so glad that the show fell on the 1st, is to break the year into 4 90-day sprints. Okay? Each quarter doesn't have a dozen objectives, but 1 to 3 focused objectives. Progress becomes visible and trackable, and you lead the business, not the business leading you. You don't need to do everything this quarter. You don't need to do everything between now and the end of June, but you need to do the right things. 90 days is short enough to stay urgent, enough to make a real dent. When you what you track, you improve. What you ignore, you lose. So what are you tracking? What are you going to track this quarter? Okay? Momentum compounds. It's the multiplication effect. This business, this industry is so freaking amazing. Okay? Because the math behind it, the multiplication factor, the compounding factor, okay, of that ball in motion, okay, the snowball effect that you have is so incredibly powerful. Okay, but store owners fall into a trap. Okay, you're trying to work on everything. Social media every day, loyalty programs, new inventory categories, your POS system. Oh my God, I got to work on the website. My staff, I should probably start training them and work on them. I need to redesign the website. My pricing is all over the place. I got to find some new consigners with the really good stuff. Okay, when you try to work on everything, you end out exhausted, overwhelmed. Nothing moves forward. You are stuck. You are like that person in cement shoes. But you can make a difference. You can make a difference. You can be your sunshine. Yes, you can. You can be your sunshine. So what is the things you're going to work on this quarter? Not 30 things, not 12 things. What's 1 to 3 things you're going to work on? Maybe you're going to grow your Facebook Live viewership by 30%. Maybe you're going to reduce your old inventory. Old inventory is bad. Your inventory. No one on here. I have people on here that sell wine, but they are not selling fine wine. Okay? Reduce our old inventory maybe by 20% is your goal. Or maybe you want to launch a consignor referral program. Whatever it is, 1 to 3 things, not 30 things. Michelle's launching her retirement. That's what she is launching. Okay? These become your moonshots. Okay? And it's that 90-day period. What can we do in the next 90 days? Not 900 days, not 365 days. 90. Okay? That forces you to take action. It is like, for those of store owners that were here through COVID, it is like you were during COVID. It is that point of action, that point of reflection. So the constraint is the strategy. So holding a constraint, 1 to 3 objectives per quarter. Not 10, not 7, not even 5. Okay, there's a reason the first 3 digits of your phone number are 3 digits. Okay, it is the memory, it is the actionable part. The constraint is the strategy. Fewer priorities means higher commitment, deeper execution, and actual results. And I've been doing this on a regular basis with one-on-one clients. I have been doing this and seeing the successes one-on-one, okay, with clients. So the first step is an honest first quarter review. Before you plan forward, you have to look back and you have to be honest with yourself. Did you achieve what you set out to do in quarter 1? Not what happened to you. What did you create? What did you make the most progress on? Celebrate what worked. It reveals your strengths. It gives us an opportunity to lean in. Where did you fall short? Okay, looking for the causes, not the excuses. Okay, we aren't here to place blame, but we're looking for the underlying root cause. What got in the way? Okay, and are you on the pace for your annual goals? Okay, your numbers, your year-to-date revenue, units, consignor count, whatever matters to you. Okay, because each store is different. Okay, there's lots and lots of metrics, but what matters to you is different. Okay, and what matters to Michelle is getting to retirement. You remember to look at your actual data. The data matters. Now, your next step is to set your objectives. An objective is not a task. It's an outcome. So a task is a to-do list. Check, 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 check. A week objective is grow my business, do more Facebook Lives, get better at social media. Okay, a strong objective would be increase total monthly sales by 15% versus the first quarter by June 30th. A strong objective would be hold 12 Facebook Live shows in the second quarter and grow average viewers from 40 to 75. A strong objective would be post 4 times per week on Instagram and go followers from 800 to 1,100 by the end of the quarter. Those are real objectives. Those are real steps you can take. Hey, Lou, how are you? Great to have you here live. Great to have you here live. Every objective needs a finish line. So you need to define what done looks like. What does objective look like? What is the specific number of the outcome? Example, grow revenue, grow viewers, grow consignors. How will you measure it and how often? I like busy, Lou. That's great to hear. What sales report, monthly follower count, and I'll add who's responsible for reporting it. And really the pinnacle becomes, what does it look like on June 30th if you succeed? And I challenge you, yes, each and every one of you, to write it out like it actually happened. Okay? Write it out. Write your goal out like it happened. Like you succeeded. Because if you can visualize what success looks like, it is a lot easier to achieve success. Okay? If you can visualize what that looks like, it's a lot easier to achieve it. So, how to choose your 1 to 3 things. You know, the first thing is the impact filter. If you did only one thing this quarter, what would move you towards your annual goal the most? Then there's the energy filter. The energy filter. What do I have the capacity and resources to actually execute in the next 90 days? What is it? What do you got the bandwidth, as I call it? Okay? And then the gambler. Okay, the momentum filter. What is already showing signs of working that I should double down on? Double down and do. Okay? If a objective for this quarter doesn't pass at least 2 of the 3 filters, the impact, the energy, or the momentum filter, push it. Push it to quarter 3. That doesn't mean eliminate it, but it's not to take on right now. It's not what we work on today. Traps to avoid. Picking too many. You start with 77 priorities and end up with 7 half-finished things. Cut until it hurts. Picking the comfortable. Oh my God, is that such a trap to avoid? Choosing things that feel easy instead of the things that will actually move your business. Vague goals with no numbers. Improve the customer experience is not an objective. What does that mean in measurable terms? What does it mean? Another trap to avoid. Ignoring your first quarter data. Planning quarter 2 based on how you feel instead of what your actual numbers and results are showing. No owner, no timeline. If your goal doesn't have a person responsible and a weekly check-in, it's just a wish. Setting and forgetting. Writing your objectives down once and never looking at them again until June. This is your reset, people. This is your reset. What are you going to do? So, in April, you should be finalizing your objective and metrics. Identify the key actions you're going to take. Assign accountability and set a weekly check-in time. Same time, every week, where the check-in's happening. May, build. That is your build month. Evaluate your early progress. Adjust your tactics, not your goal. Okay? Adjust your tactics, not your goal. That's a hard one because so often we adjust our goal to meet the metrics. No, we're adjusting our tactics. We're going to push through the messy middle and we're going to celebrate small wins. And come June, we're going to do our final push. We're going to push. We're going to push to hit our goal, document what worked, and capture the lessons learned. And we're going to grow quarter 3 based on that. 90 days, people. 90 days. You can do this. Okay? A goal without accountability is just a dream with a deadline no one enforces. So an accountability partner, like me, I am an accountability partner for many stores. Who checks in with you, not someone who will let you off the hook. You can have that in your business. You can be that person in your business. But you need accountability. I check in with many stores every 2 to 3 weeks that we are on a calendar. We have a set appointment. And that is a great way of having accountability. Because, it's sort of like when you have somebody to show your homework to, all of a sudden it gets done. Having a weekly 15-minute review, a rhythm, progress check, put them on your calendar, because when you put it on your calendar, I know when I put things actually on my calendar, it gets done. A simple tracker, one page, one dashboard that keeps your objectives visible and your progress honest every single week in front of you, because that's what makes it real. So, you know, your objectives are: write your annual goal for 2025 at the top of a page. Write 1 to 3 things that, if done by June 30th, would put you ahead of pace on that goal. For each one, add a number. What does success look like as a metric? Okay, how do you measure it? Circle the one that matters most. That is your primary objective for this quarter. Write down who will hold you, yes, you, accountable, and when you'll check in. So, the goal doesn't change, only the step you're on. You set the foundation, you define the goal. Quarter 2, you're here. This is the quarter that separates intentional owners from wishful ones. Wishing is not it doesn't bring reality. In quarter 3, we'll build momentum and you'll push toward the finish. And quarter 4 will finish strong because you, yes, you, put the work in quarter 2. So don't forget what you are committing to in quarter 2. What success looks like, that vision of June 30th. When you can say, holy crap, Neil, I did it. I did it. I pushed in and I pushed through. Quarter 2 is yours. Yes, your opportunity. Don't drift through it. Decide, focus, execute. 1 to 3 things, 90 days, done with intention. You people can do it. You are amazing people. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. Are you pumped? Are you ready to execute the second quarter? Do you have an idea of what your 1 to 3 things should be? Do you? That's what I want you thinking about tonight. That's what I want. Quite honestly, that's what I want to keep you up tonight. That is what I want to keep you up tonight. Okay? You know what else? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More Ink Than Ish, but if you have a question in between, just DM me. Find me. I'm easy to find online. And happy to do it. Hey, Dodie, great to have you here. Yes, right after I go back and rewatch the video. I love it, Lou. For those of you that are members of the Next Level Resale Network, you may get a message that says your membership has paused. Don't worry about it. I'm about to drop a whole lot of amazing stuff, and so you may see a pause in the billing when your subscription is coming up this month as I'm getting ready to drop some new things. Don't worry about it if you get one of those messages. Don't worry, I'll find you. I'll find you. And you'll find me, because we got some amazing, oh my God, the amazing stuff that is going to drop later this month. You will not believe the content that is going to drop this month. It is truly amazing. Truly amazing. Hey, Park, how are you? Been a while since you've caught alive. You know, Park, I was thinking of you the other day. Because I was looking at that fancy bottle of scotch you sent me. Oh, my God, I was looking at that. And I was looking at that empty bottle because I saved that bottle. Above a Neil price point that you sent me many years ago during COVID. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I might need to buy another one of those bottles. I might need to spring and splurge on Neil. We'll see. We start our program every night with our opening quote. Our opening quote tonight was, have the courage to accept that you're not perfect. Nothing is, and no one is, and that's okay. Our closing quote tonight. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a reason to drink Park's scotch. Any reason for a good party. But until then, and until Sunday night, Easter Sunday, wow, look at us go here. We're going to be on Easter on Sunday. Until then, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you, yes you, on Sunday.